Hello, this is Mike. I am that guy around town. Appreciate you tuning into my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about our First Amendment right afforded us by the U.S. Constitution. A few days ago, I got into a discussion with a young lady who I'd call a millennial, and we got into a discussion, and she did not like what I had to say. And as I was not out trying to be mean or hateful or disrespectful, I just voiced my opinion about something. Now, it is just my opinion. Doesn't make it superior to anybody else's opinion. It's just mine. I'd never go out and try to be ugly to anybody. But I'm also not going to shy away from my constitutional right of freedom of speech. There's too many countries that do not allow you these freedoms, but here in the U.S. we still have them. I have been told that the U.S. Constitution is antiquated because it was written so long ago by a bunch of old guys that it has no relevance today. I couldn't disagree more. It has just as much relevance, if not more so, today. We're living in a society where everybody's feelings are being hurt, and we're supposed to use the right pronouns and the right language so we don't offend or hurt people's feelings. But you know what? That's the world. We have to be strong. We have to be taught to have backbone. The world can be a very cold, cruel place. And as I'm not trying to add to that cruelty, I also don't let people live rent-free in my head. By that I mean, if someone says something I don't agree with, I don't go hide in a room, a safe room of any sort, and cry or throw a tantrum or get upset. I just disagree with them. And there's people that are dear friends of mine who have totally different views than me. And we sit down, we get into some pretty heavy discussions about many different topics that we agree and disagree on. But we can still be mutually respectful to one another. One of the things that I want to address is something that I don't care for. I don't care for rap music, especially rap music that has vulgarity in it. But the U.S. Supreme Court's even upheld that rappers are protected by the First Amendment. And I would never want to deprive them of their First Amendment constitutional right of freedom of speech in their music. Even though I don't agree with it, nor do I like it, they're still protected by the same freedoms that I have. And I'm not willing to tug at that thread. And let me elaborate on that. It's sort of like when you're sitting somewhere, a movie theater, restaurant, church, wherever it may be, and you look down and you see a thread extending off one of your buttons, and you think, man, I'm just going to take that and just snap it off real quick so it's not hanging off the button. And what happens is you pull on it, and it ends up coming out about a foot, the thread does, and then the button falls off, and it rolls under a table or rolls off somewhere where you can't find it, and then you're sitting there the rest of your evening with your shirt with a gap in it. Well, the same thing applies to the First Amendment. If you pull at any part of the thread of any part of our Constitution, including our First Amendment, we'll end up with a gap in our Constitution. And once you start pulling at those threads, you'll have nothing left. And we'll be left with living in a country like other countries where our government dictates to us what we can think, what we can say, and what we can do. So we need to protect these constitutional amendments. Whether we agree with every part of them or not, we still need to keep the brick and mortar of them strong and just toughen up, you know. You can't let people live rent-free in your head. If they do, anything they say will dictate your response and your actions. So if you let them say something that hurts your feelings and then you act a certain way, you become angry, they're living rent-free in your head, and they're your puppet master. So don't let them be. Yes, people can be mean, they can be cruel, they can be bullies, but they won't continue to be that towards you if you don't allow them to. If you just say, thank you, I appreciate the compliment, because that's what I do. People have asked me, what do you do when people have said hateful things to you? I just say, thank you for the compliment. And yes, that's exactly how I am. I don't let them live rent-free in my head. I don't care what they say about me. What are they going to do? They can't eat me, and they don't determine the direction of my life. I'm in control of that. The person that looks back at me every day when I brush my teeth. So just keep that in mind. Once again, we must protect our constitutional rights. They're there for a reason. We live in a free country, and if we're willing to diminish any part of our constitutional rights, at some point we won't have them. And we'll be living like a third world country, and our government will tell us exactly what we can do, can't do, and how we can think. So this is Mike, that guy around town. Please subscribe. Feel free to comment with a thumbs up, a thumbs down. If you don't agree with me, feel free to leave a comment. I do believe in the First Amendment, and I won't erase your comment. I won't be hateful back to you. You can be hateful to me if you want. There again, people don't live rent-free in my head, so I don't take offense to what they want to say. But I will, if you make a comment, it's your opinion. I'll respect it, even if I don't agree with it. I want to give a real quick shout out to the Yeager office suites here in McKinney, Texas, who's allowed me to come in and park for a few minutes and latch onto their Wi-Fi, since my Wi-Fi was not working at the speeds I needed to make this broadcast. And the Yeager office suites is a great place to office out of. I used to be a tenant here. They have 4 locations here. They have one here in McKinney on El Dorado Parkway. They have one in Allen, one in Frisco, and one in Plano. You should really check them out if you're looking for a small, affordable office. They have a really nice amenities. They're a very beautiful place, great place to meet your clients and office out of. So thank you for tuning in, and I would appreciate your subscription and your comments. I am Mike, that guy around town. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.